welcome to the Irresistible Marketing Pod, the podcast that believes that staying Delulu is actually a practical solulu. We're talking in terms of the solulu for keeping your creative energy high, your marketing on point, and your business leadership confident. I'm your host, Isa Gauchi, your marketing confidence cheerleader and owner of the Isa Messaging digital marketing agency for small business baddies. Let's get into today's episode. Now, this might sound a little delulu, but this is actually what my client said right before unleashing a fountain of inspired, creative, incredible ideas that I know are going to magnetize her marketing like never before. I kept thinking about it later, not just because Delulu is such a fun word, but because it's also such a fun mindset. Trust me, you are hearing this episode from someone who is actually unapologetically Delulu herself. So yeah, a lot of people would probably call my dreams, my business goals, and even my process straight up delusional. But here's what I counter that with. The times when my Delulu ass and how I speak about the way I believe in my brand and my vision, what I'm doing for my people, and then in turn what they're doing for the world, when I can expand people's understanding of what is possible, what is allowed, what good could be, that's exactly when I am at my most potent and most magnetic, and exactly when people fall in love with my brand, with me, with my work, and that is exactly when sales come pouring in. And I've tried it the other way. I've been in the game for a long time. I've been doing marketing about 10 years, and I've really tried to take that practical, professional, tactical only, sanitized approach in my marketing. And especially in my own business, it really, really didn't work. Because that is someone else's magic. My magic is in the Delulu. Because I'm here to massively change things for the better for my people. And my people are here to massively change things for the better for their people that come into their businesses. Which is beautiful, inspiring, galvanizing even, when we are able to own that Delulu energy with full confidence. But there is a downside. Because us owning our Delulu energy and actually having it work for us, having it bring us big, ridiculous, unrealistic wins is really fucking threatening to a lot of people. It's really fucking threatening to everyone who does not dare to hope that things can be better than they are right now. It's really threatening to anyone who has resigned themselves to accept a lot of things that they don't like in their own lives because they are married to the belief that they cannot hope for better. So when you come here, not only hoping for better, but taking empowered, inspired action to make that possibility a reality in your life, it's scary. It's scary. It shakes their world view. Your biggest, most vibrant, most powerful energy is going to threaten a lot of people. It's a sad truth, but it's a truth. And my dear entrepreneur, my heart goes out to you because it is so freaking hard to stay on your game and keep rising higher when the people around you, all they want to do is drag you back down to earth so you can stop making them look up at what would be within their reach too if they were as brave and courageous as you. So if that's happening to you right now, if the people close to you are trying to poke holes in your big dreams and the unconventional methods that work for you, I love you. I know that is a painful, not fun spot to be in. And I am not here to tell you what to do about those people, how to respond to them, whether you should throw the whole relationship away or not. That's none of my business. What I am here to do is to remind you of some truths that I know you already know deep down. With this episode, I'm really hoping to bolster your mindset, your resolve, your hope, and your spirit and your energy so that you can keep going after what is yours to the betterment of us all. May these words soothe you enough to rekindle your flame so you can remember how powerful you really are. So, here are 5 transmissions of permission so that you allow yourself to embrace the Delulu energy that blesses all visionaries, changemakers, and dream manifestors. Transmission number 1. Every big goal is Delulu before it happens. Before the airplane, how do you think most people would react if you said, I plan on flying? No, seriously, like literally fly. I'm going to fly. And before man walked on the moon, how do you think most people would react if you said, I want to literally go to outer space, when no one had done it before? How do you think people would consider your ability to be realistic if you voice these goals to the uninitiated? And to bring it more to home for my people, all my coaches, my healers, my creatives, my therapists, my people wanting to turn their small businesses into incredibly powerful, lucrative entities that do a lot of people a lot of good in a lot of places, let's bring it to some people you've probably heard of. I imagine early on, if Catherine Zenkina told people she planned on becoming a multi-millionaire from teaching people about manifestation, a lot of folks would probably have looked at her like she was crazy. Or if Simone Grace Soul, Tiffany Chung, or Sarah Beyer tried to talk about how their spiritual, energetic, emotional approaches to businesses would definitely be raking in millions or multi-six figures before they actually had or made that money in their businesses, probably a lot of folks would have been a little bit concerned. Until they fucking did it. And thank God we have examples like them to show us that it's totally possible. Keep going after your audacious, outlandish goals, baby. You'll be an expander for anyone who has the privilege of witnessing your journey. Transmission number 2. Your goals don't have to make sense to anyone else. You do not need permission to want what you want. You don't need the person next to you to want what you want for you to be allowed to want it for yourself. So what makes your goals legitimate? Your fucking desire, that's what. Your desire validates your goals. I wholeheartedly believe in my mentor Sarah Beyer's words, our desires aren't here to torture us. We were given them for a reason. And I wholeheartedly believe this as a choice, okay? I'm choosing this belief because it feels better. I choose to believe that my deepest desires are there because they chose me. Now, I'm not talking about every fleeting impulse of desire, like eat French fries and that's it. That's your only meal. You'll just eat it 12 times a day or whatever. I'm not talking about that kind of desire. And I'm actually especially wary of the desires that feed into my fear avoidance habits that I am trying to break. What I'm talking about here is the deep, soul-affirming, life-giving desires, which have a very different quality to the desires that are bad for me or going against my values or what I truly want for myself. Those desires, those true ones, come from the soul that will feed me and elevate me and make me feel fulfilled and happy. Those desires, I choose to believe, are meant for me to achieve. And now I can feel you skeptics out there wanting proof, and my Capricorn rising also wants proof sometimes, but I actually don't think it really matters so much whether the desire is real or reasonable, and here's why. When I go all in on my belief that my Delulu desires are meant for me, I am motivated AF. I am so motivated. I'm ready to go. I'm energized. I'm lit up within. I am charismatic. I am charming. I am attracting everyone who meets me to jump on the bandwagon of my exciting, hope-giving, optimistic vibes. And when I believe that those desires are no more than pipe dreams, only there to break my heart should I ever run after them because they're only bound to disappoint me, you can probably even hear it in my voice right now. Oh, the energy, the vibes are so different. I feel heavy all over. My mind is foggy with disappointment and my body wants to curl into a little ball and sleep forever to just shut out the pain of that disappointment. So, which energy do you think is better for my business? Like, which energy do you think attracts me the most new clients, followers, subscribers, positive reviews, money, sales? Which energy is more magnetic? Which energy do you think people enjoy being around more? Which energy do you think is more motivating for myself and the people around me? Because I've seen it in myself and with my clients and with my colleagues and my friends that it is actually practical to stay Delulu. Yepers, staying Delulu really is the solulu for us eccentric entrepreneurs out there. Leaning into your Delulu, your audacious dreams and visions that light us up and make us feel so energized and like the powerful creators of beautiful futures that are 100% within our reach. It's so life-giving. It's so exciting. It's such a fun, giddy place to be. While the realist who is furiously convinced they're just stuck with whatever shitty hand they've been dealt and have become very attached to this survival energy of just trying to get by and feeling really exhausted by it and resentful of it. Like, man, that is a hard place to be. That is not a fun vibe. It makes me tired. It makes me tired just talking about it. And here is a weird thing that I've come to realize because I have been in that energy. I've been the furious realist before, and I was not happy, and I was not fun to be around, and I was not magnetic and charming. I eventually realized I got to pick which one of those energies I wanted to be in because both are an option. Both are an option for looking at any situation I'm in, and I would rather be in the giddy Delulu energy. It just feels better in my body, and ultimately I feel like I'm more likely to get what I want because I have the energy to actually take action. So you got to pick which one you want to be in. Transmission number 3. Your process doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Well, except the people on your team. So your process doesn't have to make sense to everyone. So why on earth would we believe that the conventional systems for just getting by but with whatever hand we've been dealt, why would we believe that those conventional systems and processes and ways of doing things would lead us to achieve our biggest, wildest, most audacious, most unconventional, most Delulu goals? Let your process meet the energy of your unique, bold Delulu vision. You can have a Delulu process if you want. Your process gets to be unconventional. Your process gets to be luxurious. Your process gets to be what feels good. Your process gets to be what allows you to do your best work, whatever that may be. Now, to some, me roller skating on the beach for an hour with 3 client projects breathing down my neck and a launch to show up for and another one looming in January might strike them as a bit odd. Shouldn't you just buckle down and get it all done first, they might say? No, because I've learned from spending my entire adult life as a creator that forced creativity rarely works out the way you want it to. First of all, the results aren't as good. And second of all, like the process of forcing yourself to be creative is slow, arduous, and torturous because you're trying to mine it from the depths of an empty creative well. It's just the dregs, babe. It's just the dregs. But when I fill my creative well each and every day with the things that keep my mind, my body, my energy, my spirit feeling healthy, clean, cared for, loved, and energized, I make amazing shit happen so fast. I can get done in one single day what would likely have taken me more than a week to finish if I was just in that force self to sit in front of a computer hoping something will happen mode, closely followed by the get no sleep because I'm so anxious about not getting much done mode. So yeah, I'm going to keep considering it actually to be part of my work to read tarot every morning, then take my dog on leisurely walks through the neighborhood to think big thoughts and admire cactus. I'm going to make my raspberry almond pancakes and listen to the podcasts that make me feel the most inspired, and then I'm going to go skate my heart out on my favorite basketball court on the beach. Because that's what gets my energy clean and ready to go take on the impossible like it's no big thing at all. I'm even going to take breaks throughout the day to sing and write my moody songs because that's what gives me energy. That's what makes me feel lit up, powerful, and inspired. This stuff, it's not skippable, and it's the most productive way I could be spending my day so that I can produce my best work. Even when I'm scared about money, even when I'm overwhelmed, even when people around me don't get it. Because the truth is, they don't have to get it. Because just watch what happens when I do the things that fill up my well, just watch the results I get. Because you really can't miss the resulting magic. Transmission number 4. Be careful who you confide in. Because it is so painful, so deflating, so discouraging to share your big, beautiful, blessed Delulu dreams with the people in your circle, only to have them poke holes in them, only to have them rain on your parade. And yes, we can have compassion and empathy because they do have their reasons. They're worried about you and they want to keep you safe and for a part of them, your big dreams might make them feel small. And for some, many actually, they think it would be easier to drag you back down to their level rather than rise up to meet yours. To unhappy people who are trapped in lives that aren't of their choosing and who either can't or won't hope and work for better, your hope is threatening because it was so painful to accept their lot, and now you're opening up the possibility that they had another option all along. Hoo boy, that's threatening. That's threatening. And your positivity is threatening because for a lot of people, a past version of me included, we found safety in victimhood because the powerless have no responsibility to act, to strive for change. So when you stop seeing yourself as a victim and you feel empowered to act, you threaten those cocooned in their victimhood and inaction. And also, my love, your perspective is threatening. Society has so many constructs that hurt us. And when you decide, no thanks, ma'am, I'm doing it my way from now on, some people feel cheated. So they feel they have to accept a certain level of bullshit, but oh, you don't? Yeah, that's threatening. That's threatening for a lot of people. And when people feel threatened at such a deep level, it is not uncommon for them to lash out like terrified animals, attack your character, mock your dreams, try to paint you seizing your destiny and going all in on your calling as some sort of personal betrayal, when it's really, really not. And you actually have to keep going, or you deny yourself the happiness and fulfillment that you deeply deserve. And many of these folks cannot come with you because they are too attached to the way that things are. And we will grieve leaving them behind, but we also will know that the hole we leave in their lives blasts open a window of opportunity and possibility that they won't be able to unsee. Our up level invites so many to come with us or after us. But in the end, we know we cannot drag anyone through to the next level. Where they go is their choice, and where we go is ours. Transmission number 5. Leaders go first, but they don't have to go alone. It can feel lonely when, as so often happens, each time we go through a big up level, we need to leave the relationships that no longer support our growth behind. But that, dear entrepreneur, does not mean that you have to do this alone. Or never share your wonderfully weird moves as you go after your audacious Delulu ambitions with people. You just have to find the people who will get it, who will hype you up, cheer you on, and keep your spirits high. Imagine a community of excellently eccentric entrepreneurs all doing the impossible in real time. Each success inspires everyone. Each stumble is tenderly cared for by a community who wants to see you win. Because every time one of us wins, we all know our wins are not only possible, but also inevitable. That is what is available to you with The Squad, which is a creative community of fabulously eccentric entrepreneurs for the CEO tired of going it alone and flying blind on marketing decisions. you get access to an on-demand expert marketing director, that's me, someone with more than a decade of experience of rapidly accelerating sales, followings, and turning good dreams into real-life good times. Here's the deal. We'll meet 2 times a month starting in January 2024, once for a mini marketing masterclass plus business lab where we'll get into your actual business to massively accelerate your marketing results. And then the other time we'll meet will be for a group marketing confidence cheerleading session with me, your marketing confidence cheerleader, where I'll coach you through melting whatever block is preventing you from making your most magically magnetic marketing. Be it a strategic, tactical, emotional, or a mindset block, we can handle it together. You'll also get access to a private YouTube feed with our entire archive so that you never feel like you're flying blind on whatever marketing dragon you're wrestling with at the moment. And plus, if you can't make it live with us, you can find all of the replays in one handy dandy place. Plus, of course, we're all going to hype each other up in a private Facebook group where I will also copy edit your actual marketing assets at no extra charge. We will have them in the group unless you're in VIP so that everybody can learn from what everybody else is doing and be inspired and encouraged and exhilarated in our collective journey. And for the people who want a higher touch level of cheerleading, you are so invited to the VIP tier where we can have a private one-on-one text or email thread that I will check and respond to daily, Tuesday through Friday. If you love voice notes, we'll voice note each other. You will always have someone to ask. You will always have someone to hype you up. You will never be alone. You will always have a place to share your hero's journey adventure and the business dragons that you meet on the way without anyone doubting that you are strong, smart, and capable enough to achieve your dreams. All right, loves, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. So to wrap up, here's a few quick announcements. The squad, it's open. The link to join is in the show notes. And I also want to let you know about a free virtual masterclass that I have coming up on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024, called How to Massively Speed Up Your Marketing Results, Even on a Tight Budget. In this free virtual masterclass, we'll cover how to embrace a strategic leadership role for marketing without actually having to do all the marketing yourself, even if the only person that is accessible to you to be a marketing director is you. It's okay. Even if you're a solopreneur, you should still come. Registration is free and the link is in the show notes. And though I highly encourage you to attend live if you can so I can answer your questions, still sign up if you can't join us live so you can get those business wisdom mic drops on the replay. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And if you loved today's episode and would like to keep them coming, show me some love by subscribing and dropping me some stars and a glowing review. That goes such a long way to help others find this amazing free resource. And it makes me feel real good to know that y'all are getting a kick out of this content. Okay, love you. Bye.